Paul Lynde, all in the Hollywood Squares. And here's the master of the Hollywood Squares, Peter Marshall.
Thank you very much. Welcome to the Hollywood Squares. Hello, stars. We're welcoming back a fellow who hasn't done the Squares in a long time. He's a friend of mine. We work Vegas together, and he has a hit series called You Bet Your Life. My friend, Mr. Buddy Hackett, is back on the Squares. Good to see you.
Hi, Pete. I just closed here about 10 days ago at the Riviera.
I know that.
Wonderful place, just terrific.
You were with Pia, who was on our panel. I want you to meet our Miss Circle for this particular show. Homemaker, mother of a little girl. She does volunteer work, and she's married to a pianist in this very city, at the Tropicana, I believe. This is Cathy Thomas. Welcome, Cathy, to the Hollywood Squares. Good luck. You teach school here in Las Vegas? What school?
I teach at Chaparral High School.
An English teacher, coaches baseball, is a bachelor. Mike Baggett. Nice to see you, Mike. I got the glasses on because we're going to be playing for some terrific prizes. And one of you will have a chance to return and play for that $100,000 jackpot. In the first game you're going to be playing for, I believe it's that living room grouping.
Yes, luxurious furniture grouping worth over $2,900. It's a great room collection from the company whose furniture craftsmanship and name is renowned, Broyhill. 11 pieces make this collection a perfect entertainment center for your home. Also, for appearing on the show today, Mike and Cathy will receive a 7-piece Performa gourmet cutlery set by Washington Forge with ebony-toned Fleetwood handles and chrome stainless steel blades for extra sharp, long-lasting edge, and Turtle Extra Car Wax. Extra polymers and silicones make it extra long-lasting, extra brilliant, and extra easy. Turtle Extra Car Wax in liquid and soft paste. Okay, Pete.
Okay, we're all going to get that. So, Cathy, you won the toss. Go get him.
Okay, Paul Lynde, please.
According to Rosalind Carter, Paul, how did little Amy take it when she learned she wasn't going to live in the White House anymore? Little Amy, how did she take it?
The screaming and crying went on for hours.
Really?
Until Amy said, "Knock it off, Daddy."
Did she take it pretty well, Amy?
She has a very good relationship with her parents. I imagine she did.
She took it very well.
I agree.
She took it very badly.
Oh, she did?
Yeah. Do you know, I played frisbee on the White House lawn with her. Yes, she took it very bad. That's a true story. Okay, a break for you, Mike.
I'll have Gabe Kaplan, whose image I've had to put up with since I started teaching.
Are you a gambler?
Must be to be here, I guess.
According to Man and Woman magazine, in an African tribal village, what does it probably mean when a young warrior puts on makeup and starts dancing? What's that mean?
It means that there's a Peter Allen concert in Nairobi.
Very subtle. Very subtle.
I read the book on African folklore by Billy White Shoes Johnson. And it says that when an African warrior puts on makeup and starts dancing, it means he wants to be chief.
He wants to be chief.
I disagree.
Oh, he's looking for a wife. Oh. Yeah, a mate. Okay, you've got the X there. Cathy, your turn.
Artie Johnson to block.
Do they sing Old Lang Syne in India? Is that a negative?
It happens to be one of the top songs, and it was written by the Nizam of Hyderabad.
So they sing it in India, Old Lang Syne.
I disagree.
Yes, they do. Can't put an X there, Mike. Your turn.
Artie Johnson.
For the win and the grouping worth $2,950. According to the Book of Weird, what happens when a wolf man dies?
He comes back as a mushroom spore. Or when the wolf man dies, he disintegrates. He turns to dust.
He turns to dust.
I agree.
No, he changes back into man. Put a circle there. Back in the game, Cathy. Pick a star.
Phyllis Diller, please.
At a formal dinner, how should you eat frog legs? At a formal dinner, how should one eat frog legs?
After they're dead.
That's for sure. You're at a formal dinner now. How should you eat your frog legs?
Well, I was at a formal dinner just about a week ago, and the hostess became very upset with Fang because he did not use a knife and fork. Because she absolutely loved those goldfish.
Frog legs, formal dinner.
It's okay to pick them up now.
Pick them up and eat them.
I'll disagree.
With your fingers. Put an X there. Okay, Mike, your turn.
I'll go for Greg Morrison.
For the win. According to the book, The Great Quotations, who is famous for saying, Bolshevism is knocking at our gates. We can't afford to let it in. Was that Franklin Roosevelt, Winston Churchill, or Al Capone? Bolshevism is knocking at our gates. We can't afford to let it in. Roosevelt, Churchill, or Al Capone?
Al Capone.
Al Capone.
I disagree.
It was Al Capone. Put a circle there. All right, pick a star, Cathy.
Buddy Hackett,
Buddy,
please.
in terms of radiation,
Yes.
is it hazardous to eat the luminous dial on your wristwatch?
Many years ago, there was a brand called Radii.
Uh-huh.
They used to put out a watch. Didn't have any numbers, didn't have any hands. Just sent out a white light that burned your nose off. They discovered by reducing that to a minor paint composition
Uh-huh.
and diluting it with worm blood,
Yeah.
they could produce the same irradiated dial without it being harmful in any way.
So you can't eat your luminous dial?
I don't remember the question, Pete.
Yeah. Is it okay to eat the luminous dial?
Yes, it's okay.
It's okay. It won't hurt you.
I'll agree.
It's radioactive. Luckily, they don't taste very good. No, it could get you in. Put an X there, Mike.
We'll go with Buddy Hackett.
you have the
we'll
X
go with
there.
Patrick Wayne.
All right, for the win. Wrong Way Corrigan made a name for himself in the history books. I was a mere child. I remember this. Now, he did something the wrong way. What did he do? Wrong Way Corrigan.
He ran for a touchdown the wrong way.
He ran the wrong way for a touchdown.
I'll agree.
No, that was a fellow by the name of Regas. Now, he flew from New York intending to go to California, and he wound up in Ireland. Yes. Put a circle there. All right, good game. Cathy, your turn.
Pia Zadora, please.
Pia, according to the fairy tale... Oh, by the way, if you are incorrect on this, X will get the square and the game. You could back into this one, Mike. According to the fairy tale, the king's huntsman couldn't bring himself to do something when he took Snow White into the woods. What couldn't he bring himself to do?
How old was he?
Wait a second, Peter. Who? The king's huntsman?
The king's huntsman just couldn't bring himself to do something when he took Snow White into the woods. What couldn't he do?
Was he, a man's man?
I would have thought, yes, he was a huntsman, a king's huntsman.
Okay, leave her there.
Leave her there.
I disagree.
He kill her. He had been instructed by the queen to kill her, but he couldn't bring himself to do that. Circle gets the square. It's up to Britt Eklund. This is for the championship, either the X or the circle. Britt, up to you. Do you have to pay income tax on alimony that you receive?
Do I have to pay income
If you were
tax?
getting alimony, would you have to pay income tax on that?
God, I never had any alimony. I don't know.
We could...
I
Call
guess,
Zsa
yes, you
Zsa.
would have to.
Yes, you would have to pay alimony.
I agree.
That's about the only redeeming feature of it, gang. Yeah, you have to. X gets the square, and you've got the game. All right. All right, in game two, we're going to be playing for a grandfather clock, $1,100 worth. Kenny?
Yes, it's a gorgeous timepiece. It's the grandfather clock from Pearl. Venetian influences, an elegant hardwood cabinet. Westminster chimes, imported weight-driven movement, furnished by Pearl grandfather clocks. And this show's big winner will receive a romantic Hawaiian vacation package worth over $4,500. We'll fly you and a guest to Hawaii for a week at the Hanalei Bay Resort in Kauai. You may relax in your condominium with the elegance and service of a luxury hotel. Dining, tennis, golf, pools, and a beautiful beach. Furnished by Hanalei Bay Resort. And you may fly via Western Airlines with wide-body DC-10 spaceships and famous Islander service to Hawaii. Western, the only way to fly. And you can tour the island on the Puck Maxi Moped. It gets up to 150 miles to a gallon of gas. Have fun, save money riding the Maxi Moped furnished by Puck. And take along a wardrobe of fashions by Joy Stevens. Dresses that have romance, whether it be day or evening, for the woman of today. Designer clothes at an affordable price by Joy Stevens. And pack your things in luggage from the Ventura collection. Luggage in the soft manner with digital locks and scrubbable Duravinyl coverings and wheels on the Pullman. If it's Ventura, you're in the best company. And take all the sights home with your new camera, the Umig Nautica, the biggest flash in Super 8 in years, at home anywhere, even underwater, along with the Umig RS3000 sound projector with built-in 15-inch screen or used for wall projection from Umig. Okay, Pete.
That's neat. That's worth about $4,500. Okay, Mike, pick a star.
Paul in.
According to studies, Paul, will being breastfed make you smarter?
Well, I missed 3 questions last week, so I'm willing to try anything. Will breastfeeding make you smarter? Boy, I know they encourage mothers to nurse their babies. Whether it makes them smarter, I'll say no.
No.
I agree.
Children who were breastfed had higher IQs than children who were nursed on bottles. The magic of mother's milk. And with that, we have a commercial. Kathy, your turn.
Okay, Patrick Wayne, please.
Thank you, Cathy.
According to the famous line by T.S. Eliot, what ends with a whimper?
A love affair.
A love affair.
I agree.
This is the way the world ends, not with a bang, but with a whimper. The world. Put it next there. Turnabout is fair play for Mike Baggett. Pick a star.
Artie Johnson.
In France, you'd be called ancien. In Germany, you would be Schwinger. Schwinger.
Oh, yeah.
What would you be called here? Schwinger and ancien.
Krefny.
Krefny?
Leon Krefny, an expert free thrower. Yes. Actually, we want to go back to breastfeeding. This could be part of it. Ancient or schwanger means pregnant.
Pregnant.
I'll agree.
You'd be pregnant. You got it. Ah, right. The next, Kathy, your turn.
Playing around with
Phyllis Dillard.
Phyllis, my love. Is that your creation, Phyllis, that you're wearing? It's different.
No, I tell you what, it was done by a Mad Hatter. He's in an institution.
All right, see. We all know that it's proper to give your boss 2 weeks' notice before you quit a job. According to the Book of Modern Manners, should a boss give you 2 weeks' notice before he fires you?
Well, there are many ways you can tell you're going to be fired. If they give you a very small office that stops on every floor. Or if they bring you into the big front office and they've got those maps with the little tacks and they say, you're not fired, but we've loosened your tack. I say 2 weeks' notice goes both ways.
Both ways.
I agree.
Nope, he doesn't have to do that. I think he has to pay you, though, but he doesn't have to give you the 2 weeks' notice.
Oh.
Just bye-bye. Can't put him next there. Mike, your turn.
Phyllis Dillard for the win.
For the win. And the grandfather clock, $1,100 worth. Do those Hare Krishna followers wear anything under those orange robes?
I hope not.
He said no, they don't.
I disagree.
Oh, yeah, they wear the traditional American undergarments, you know.
Well, you know, they're such a bother. I told them the last time they stopped me at the airport, I said, I gave in another life.
X gets the square, and 2 games go to Mike Baggett. All righty. We have an indoor barbecue, and it's worth over $1,000. Kenny?
Yes, it's this versatile new range. You can barbecue indoors on the exciting Jen Air convertible grill range. Smoke and odors go outdoors. Convection oven for flavorful pasture meat cookery. All from Jen Air. That's it, Pete.
And remember, the big winner of each show has a chance to return for the playoffs when somebody will win a jackpot worth $100,000, including a dome home.
And some of the prizes our big jackpot winner will receive include that dream home, inside and out by Domes America. Lasting beauty, design flexibility, energy savings, and dramatic use of space. Domes America, Clarendon Hills, Illinois. And for the fun for the entire family, the exciting new Mida van. Great for around town or across country. The Mida van features aerodynamic design, luxurious interior, spacious galley, and plenty of storage. Make every trip a holiday with a Midas RV.
Plus $20,000 in cash from the Riviera. All right, Kathy, get on the board. Win something here.
Yes. Gabe Kaplan, please.
In a large area of Europe, if you see a sign on a house with a picture of a green bed, it means there's room. There's a room for rent. That's a fact. A green bed. What does it mean if the bed is red?
It means the person who just used the room had a rash. I traveled in Europe extensively with a girl last summer who read that book, Europe on $500 a day. And a red bed means that there's no room to rent.
No vacancy.
I agree.
That's right. Another healthy and helpful hit on the Hollywood Square. Okay, Mike.
Call in.
What's the famous Spanish word, Paul? A very famous Spanish word that means silly, foolish, stupid, dumb, and fool.
Senor.
Senor? Famous Spanish word that means silly, foolish, stupid, dumb, and fool. Famous.
Boy, I tell you, I took French in high school. I didn't take any Spanish.
All right, would you like the
no
question?
idea.
No, I wouldn't.
Tonto.
Tonto.
Tonto. We have a commercial, then back to a Paul in question. If you plan to be in the Las Vegas area, like to see Buddy Hackett or Pia Sador, some of the big stars here on the Strip, or the Hollywood Squares, here's what to do.
Just send your ticket request to Hollywood Squares, Riviera Hotel, Post Office Box 14520, Las Vegas, Nevada, 89114. Also, each of our contestants today, both will receive the Riviera Hotel Silver Holiday Package. Includes 3 days and 2 nights deluxe accommodations and their choice of the dinner midnight show featuring superstar talent such as Barry Manilow, Neil Sedaka, Kenny Rogers, and Dolly Parton. Furnished by the Riviera Hotel. Okay, Pete.
Okay, Mike, pick a star.
We'll go with Paul Lynde again.
Oh, that's right. We had to go back to Paul Lynde. That's right. According to research, who are the loneliest people around?
Chrysler dealers.
Yeah. Now, I'm speaking of like senior citizens, middle-aged, the 30s, teenagers, group of people, the loneliest group.
Well, sadly, I would have to say who I think are terribly neglected in our nation, the elderly.
Elderly, senior citizens.
I disagree.
Who would you say?
I think I read somewhere it's the divorced males.
No, they came in ninth.
Ninth?
No, it's the teenagers. That's the time of life when we feel loneliness and alienation. It was so long ago, I forgot. But put an X there. Okay, Kathy, your turn.
Buddy Hackett, please.
Buddy, is there such a thing as a kosher pencil?
The laws of Koshereth are very deep and very complicated. There are many ways that any object can become either kosher or unkosher. A pencil, in its ordinary state, having never been used except to write with, is kosher. However, should you take that pencil and touch it to some dairy product, and then later put it upon the meat, having both substances touch that pencil, the lead would get so greasy you couldn't write with it. Yes, there is such a thing.
Yes, there is such a thing.
I'll disagree.
Yes, used by Orthodox butchers to mark kosher meat. Those are called kosher pencils with an X. Mike.
Patrick Wayne for the win.
Patrick, in literature, who was responsible for sinking a ship named the Essex? The Essex.
The Essex was John Paul Jones.
John Paul Jones.
I disagree.
Moby Dick. All right, 3 games from Mike Baggett here. We have some carpeting to give away. Ken?
It's a beautiful addition to your home. Carpets of DuPont Antron 3 nylon fiber resist dirt, wear, and crushing, so they'll stay new-looking longer than ordinary nylon carpets. That's it, Pete.
All right, pick a star, Mike.
Paul Lynde.
True or false, Paul? A man of the cloth gave us bourbon whiskey.
Bless him.
A man of the cloth gave us bourbon. True or false?
True.
True.
I agree.
The Reverend Elijah Craig, known as the father of bourbon. True. Okay, Kathy, your turn, love.
Artie Johnson, please.
The Chinese gave us spaghetti. That's a fact. They gave us gunpowder and kites. Did they also give us the bagel? The Chinese, yes or no?
Baker.
Yeah.
Baker?
Yes or no? Did they give us the bagel? Yes or no? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
I disagree.
No. You're on the board. All right, Mike, your turn.
Buddy Hackett.
Say, Buddy, back in ancient Egypt.
Ancient Egypt.
Yeah, it was common practice to remove the insides of something, wash the outside, stuff it with spices, soak it for 70 days in a salt solution, wash it again, wrap it up, and then you'd have...
Well, this was done with very many objects. Actually, it would have been done with the new Chevette, but they didn't have one then.
Right.
But what was done in the house of the dead, it was done with a body.
With a body.
I agree.
It was called a mummy. X gets the square and the game. That's exactly what you would have. It was done with the body, a mummy. That is the buzzer. That means the time is up. And Cathy, that's why I was kind of rushing everything along to see if you'd win one game here. But we have some lovely party gifts for you, and we thank you for playing the Hollywood Squares. You did wonderfully well, I might add, Mike. It was a clean sweep, my friend. You've won 4 games. That means our bachelor here, this is a trip for 2. You're going to the Honolulu Bay Resort, which is so beautiful. You've got the clothes and the camera. All told, you've won $11,130 in merchandise. Our young teacher, English teacher and baseball coach. We have a commercial. We'll be back. Very nice. Nicely done. Picture. It'll be in release, I would imagine, in the next month or 2. It was shot right here in Las Vegas. It's called Butterfly. And I was here doing the Hollywood Squares. They were shooting. We were talking about it with Orson Welles and some friends of mine, Stacy Keach and Lois Nettleton and James Franciscus. And you play that lovely little child.
Yes, 17. I cheat 2 years.
Oh, great. Oh, good for you. See, that's about does it for the Hollywood Squares. Buddy, good to see you back on the show. Thank you. You'll be with us all week, and you have yourselves a good time out there now. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Mike and Cathy will also receive from Olin Mills, the Nation Studio, a beautifully framed custom portrait on canvas. Quality to treasure, 600 portrait studios nationwide from Olin Mills. And Skates on Wheels by Glenn, designed for high-performance roller skating indoors or out. Built for durability and safety, high-fashion Skates on Wheels by Glenn. Plus, Sun Giant almonds for cooking or snacking. Ask for Mr. Sun's favorite California almonds. There's something good under the sun. Sun Giant almonds. And Cert, the breath mint that keeps your mind...